what the land means to me is it's the home of the people who were here before us and those people. So it's about the past. Where we walk is where other generations have walked.
One of the most important things about life is stories. It's about experiences, places that we've probably never been to before, stories about Na'ah, the land. And those stories are very important because it shares with us the things that we need to know about life. In our teachings, we always go back to Mother Earth, Na'ah, and this is part of it. And coming here, making that connection and that kinship with the land is where you really begin to feel the sacredness, the heartbeat of Na'ah, which is very important. And that's where the source of life and our way of life begins.
Hello, distinguished guests, parents, families, community members, and staff. Welcome to W.G. Murdoch's Class of 2021 graduation. My name is Bill Knapp, and I will be the MC for today's celebration, recognizing the accomplishments of our graduates. Caitlin Hum, one of our graduates, will sing O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. No, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Today we gather to mark a milestone in the lives of this unique and talented group of young adults. The young people who will be walking across the stage represent not only some of the best attributes of W.G. Murdoch School, but also the larger community of Crossfield. They are creative artists, eloquent writers, and crazy mad scientists. They are not afraid to get their hands dirty and know how to make you laugh no matter how bad the situation may seem. It has been a privilege getting to know them over the years. In many ways, we are here not only to recognize and celebrate their individual accomplishments today, but to celebrate their collective success of the parents, families, and community members who have all played a vital role in helping our graduates meet their goals on the path that has led us up to today. When we look at our graduates, it is evident that they did not get here on their own, and each individual watching this video played a role in getting them to this point. We will now move on to the speech portion of the program. Our first speaker is Mr. Blake Richards, Member of Parliament for Banff Airdrie, who will deliver greetings from the Government of Canada.
Congratulations, grads. This school year, and I guess the tail end of last year, were certainly some unique circumstances for you and for many people. But I wanted to take some time to share my best wishes with you and share a few words of encouragement for you as you enter the next stage of your life. I'm sure that none of you were expecting this last year of high school to play out quite the way it did, and you probably weren't expecting online learning to be such a big part of that final year either, but I hope there's some lessons that you can take from it, and I think that it's also something that we've all sort of experienced. Things have been a little bit different than any of us would have expected, and I think one of the things that we've all had a lot more of in our lives than we expected was video conferencing and apps like Zoom. So even for me, in my job as a member of Parliament, I've done a lot of meetings and a lot of Parliament and virtual meetings through Zoom, and gotten a lot more familiar with it and become a much bigger part of my life than I would have expected too. But I think one of the things about Zoom is that actually we can actually learn a lot of lessons from it that we can apply to the rest of our life. For example, you should always be presenting yourself in the best light, even when you think that nobody's looking. So you never know when that camera or that microphone might be on when you didn't realize it was. So you should always be acting the same way in private as you are in public. That shows integrity, and it also can save you a lot of embarrassment, as some people have learned on their Zoom calls. But integrity is what it actually takes for you to stand out in life and to be great in any community, in any relationship, and in any career. The leaders of tomorrow will be those who act with integrity. And when you know that people are looking, it's always important to try to make sure you've got a good camera and good quality sound. In other words, you want to present yourself with the respect that you wish to be treated with. You'll find much more success in life if you take a few extra minutes to ensure that everything is well prepared and set up for you properly, and that's how you'll excel. In Zoom, that means showing up on time. It means having a clear audio, maybe some good lighting, and in real life, that means studying first a few extra hours for some exams, doing your research before a job interview, and putting energy into your friendships and your relationships. And you should also know when it's time to raise your hand and to step up and be a leader. In your life, there's going to be many situations where you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you'd maybe rather stay on mute like you would on Zoom. Or maybe you let someone else speak, but you should always push yourself a little bit outside of your comfort zone. You should be the person that raises their hands when something needs a leader. Stepping up and making change in the world happens by following the path of more resistance. So press that raise hand button, whether it be on Zoom or in real life. Don't be afraid to speak up when you need to. However, you also need to know when to raise your hand and when to press the mute button, because that will serve a lot of purpose in life as well. Sometimes you're actually better off staying quiet and hearing someone else's point of view. So sometimes you do need to keep yourself muted. But sharing your own ideas can be important, but listening to others who may disagree with you will also make you better at things. Whether that be in your education, whether that be in your relationships, or whether that be in your careers. And finally, don't be afraid to be the one that sets up the Zoom call, or any call or meeting or get together. That will put you in a position to succeed. It's easy to be a follower. And it's easy to click on a Zoom invite, but real leaders are the ones that take charge and set up the call. So, I'm sure that many of you will be quite thrilled to have a chance to get a break from Zoom finally as you go into your summer vacations and our lives slowly start to get back to normal. But I do hope that you can take some lessons from it and use them and move forward in your chance to succeed. Of course, success comes in different forms for all of us. NFL player J.J. Watt, I thought he put it really well when he said one time, success isn't owned, it's leased, and the rent is due every single day. Because anything that you want in life will take hard work, it'll take sacrifice, it'll take dedication. And success wouldn't be as sweet without the knowledge that it took some blood, sweat, and tears to get there. Because if it was easy, it wouldn't truly be an accomplishment. And being here today as graduates is one of those accomplishments. There is undoubtedly some of that blood, sweat, and tears that went into getting here today. It took hard work, it took sacrifice, it took dedication to achieve this goal, to receive a high school diploma. And I want to congratulate you all on this very important accomplishment. And, with COVID hopefully nearly behind us, you can now begin to sort of think about and plan for the rest of your lives. So hang in there. It won't be long until bubbles only exist in a champagne glass, and face masks are only worn on Halloween, and waves are just for surfing in the ocean, and Corona is only found in the beer aisle at the liquor store. So class of 2021, I hope that you, whatever path you take in life, that it brings you some joy and some success. And I hope that you'll always act in a way where you assume the camera and the microphone is on, and that you'll know when to mute yourself. And I hope that you'll step up and raise your hand when you want to make change, and be the one that sets up the call and is the leader. So congratulations, class of 2021, on a job well done, and I wish you all the best for your future.
Mr. Nathan Cooper, member of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, will deliver greetings from the Government of Alberta.
Nathan Cooper here, the MLA for Old Stidsbury Three Hills and the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta. Today is a massive day in your life. You only have a few of these, whether it's your birth, first day of school, high school graduation, first day of university, you get married, you have a child. Maybe there's like 6 or 8 of these days in your entire life. And so for you to have invited me to come and bring greetings, I couldn't be more honored. It's one of my absolute favorite things to do as a member of the Legislative Assembly, so thank you so much for having me. I started to think about today, and as it turns out, politicians like me on big days like this for you are supposed to or required to try to provide you with some advice. But I don't see myself as all that much older than you, so who am I to provide you with life advice? You see, I'm younger than many other MLAs, and I'm cooler than some MLAs. So I thought what I would do is I would go to the font of all knowledge, of course, the Google. And I Googled advice for grads, and here's what they came with. Even though you've graduated, show and tell isn't over quite yet. That's what your 10-year high school reunion will be for. The second piece of advice that I have for you is this. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It might give you something to do, but you'll never actually get anywhere. Today is about all the skills that you have acquired that will get you somewhere. Take some time today to thank your mom and dad, those who have invested into you, loved ones, grandma and grandpa, your teachers, principals. On behalf of all of the members of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, let me say congratulations. We're so proud of you, and while this may not have been the graduation you were hoping for, I hope that you will look back with fond memories of your days at W.G. Murdoch. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations. The future of our province is bright because of young Albertans just like you.
Mrs. Norma Lang, trustee of Ward 1, representing Crossfield, Bicycle, Irricana, Catherine, and Airdrie rural areas, will deliver greetings from the Rocky View School Board of Trustees.
Hello everyone. It is truly an honor to deliver a message of congratulations from the Rocky View Schools Board of Trustees to our W.G. Murdoch 2021 graduates and their families. Graduates, together you have shared 12 years of good times and hard times. You have forged lifelong friendships, survived stressful exams, and all the wonderful and sometimes tough lessons in between. And through it all, you had each other. You have developed a true sense of what the word community means. The give, the take, the mutual support as you have helped each other. You did this by leaning into your community of classmates and staff that make W.G. Murdoch the very special school it is. The meaning of community is a vitally important life lesson, and I can't think of a school that brings the meaning of community to life better than this one. Graduates, some advice: always be proud to be from Crossfield, and as you go out and make your way in that big world, be sure to come back and visit often. Your family and your school community helped shape you into the graduates that we are here celebrating today, and we always want to welcome you back. This year has been made unique by pandemic. These last 10 months, students, staff, even us trustees, together we have had to learn new skills and adapt. 2021 has been a school year, less about a formal curriculum, and together we have risen above the obstacles to achieve the outcomes for this school year that we valued most. And no one has worked harder to do this than our graduates. Graduates, you have persevered and you have shown resiliency in the face of COVID-related challenges. There were so many days that you were the leaders. You led us as you rolled with the punches and the ups and downs of this crazy year. The strength of our graduates this year was truly inspirational. W.G. Murdoch graduates of 2021, heartfelt congratulations. We will never forget you.
Her Worship, Mayor Joe Tennant, will deliver greetings from the town of Crossfield.
Finally, it's graduation. Probably feels like it's taken forever, and not just because of the last 14 months or so. But speaking of the last 14 months, I imagine you feel like you've run a marathon you didn't have time to prepare for, and without more than the vaguest directions on how to get to a finish line that keeps changing. You have been incredible students. You are so much stronger than you likely even realize. Through various methods of learning, numerous settings, being vigilant with PPE, masks, and sanitation, all of which are now ingrained habits, done without much conscious thought, you have grown, you have picked it up, carried it, and continued on. No matter how difficult it has been, you have persevered, found resources, or learned how to search for resources to keep going. You have adapted quickly and often, out of necessity, and the buzzword pivot has become a mainstay word. New normal means nothing. This now seems normal. In the last 14 months, you have come through unimaginable stress, fatigue, and exhaustion. You have watched how other people cope and what they think they need to carry on. It has been so long now, it almost feels like it's always been this way. This has brought out both the very best and worst of people. Such a divisive time with rights and freedoms and safety, creating vast chasms, sometimes turning family and friends and neighbors against each other. And yet through it all, while trying to be there for each other, you've carried on. Even during my lifetime, I have never seen such sudden disparity. Businesses lost, businesses boom, people losing their jobs, and others that are deemed essential who have been tapped to the max. And others, while also deemed to be essential, have just carried on and continued to do so. While we might miss sports and live entertainment, it's the frontline workers in healthcare, truck drivers, store clerks, and the like that have kept us going. And what we miss the very most is the close contact with those we used to be able to take for granted. Won't we all celebrate when we can be back with those who mean the most to us? Aren't you just as sick of the new normal and pivot as the rest of us? And we all look forward to when their popularity in everyday conversation disappears. What I wish for each of you is that after all of this, after all you have gone through, I hope you feel like you can conquer the world. I sure think you can. I know I will not be alone today in thanking the staff, teachers, and everyone that has supported this graduating class throughout the years, and especially during COVID. those that were there every step of the way, and those that jumped with you through all the transitions back and forth, thank you for doing your part to bring them successfully here today at the W.G. Murdoch graduation class of 2021. Grade 12 class, graduation in the bag. Well done. Congratulations. Now go with confidence into the future.
Mr. Greg Luderbach, Superintendent of Schools, will deliver greetings on behalf of Rocky View Schools.
Welcome, dignitaries, families, staff, and most importantly, graduates. It's my honor to share some greetings on behalf of the staff of Rocky View Schools. Now, today we're here to celebrate our graduates, and even though it's been a journey like no other, your accomplishments are no less remarkable. Now, over your time at school, fashion, hairstyles, music trends, they've all changed, and you've shifted from learning to read to reading to learn. And probably along the way, your favorite subject has changed too. That is, except for a few of you. A few of you have remained committed to either recess or lunch as your favorite class throughout your entire school career. 2 points for your commitment. Now, on this journey, you've had lots of people supporting you. Your family has been there through thick and thin, and while you are transitioning to new journeys, family is always family, and they'll be there for you. Take some time during these graduation celebrations to say thanks to those supporters. Also along the journey have been your teachers, learning assistants, caretakers, coaches, counselors, school secretaries, administrators. Shout out to all of our RVS staff that helped to get you to this point. Now specifically, these past 15 months have really been challenging. You've moved fully online, many of you then moved back to face-to-face, only to have to isolate multiple times over the year. And some of you just stayed online all year. Now I'm so sorry that you had to miss your grade 12 sports season, your chance to be that lead performer in a school performance or in the band, and that trip that grade 12ers traditionally go on didn't happen. Also, for those of you who missed the service project that you want to volunteer on, and even today's graduation ceremony is undeniably impacted by COVID. You didn't even get a chance to score 100% on the diploma exams. Okay, no one really missed that. Now you have had plenty of practice this past year plus of building and practicing your resilience. You're getting better at shifting, pivoting, refocusing. All of that will serve you well as you continue new journeys beyond high school. And while you've been armed with a bunch of facts and skills and knowledge, it will be the ability to communicate, problem solve, and advocate for yourself that will probably serve you the best. Now in closing, we are proud of our graduates and we're really excited about where your journey will take you and the contributions you will make. Take care of yourself and each other on this journey called life.
Mr. Derek Keenan, Principal of W.G. Murdoch School, will deliver his remarks.
W.G. Murdoch Class of 2021. As I reflect on your class and the amazing mix of individuals you are, I think of how apt your theme of Las Vegas is to this group. Having been to Las Vegas, I never failed to notice the wide variety of individuals coming together in energy and excitement that together create the spectacle and magic of that place. No one part of Las Vegas would be complete without the rest. This is a key component of your class as well. Each of you offers so much to the overall picture of the group. When I asked staff about this class, they were quick to tell me what an engaged, caring group you are, looking after each other and brimming with strong connections. I've seen this in the last 2 years I've spent with you. Your class has some of the most engaged, talented, and driven students in our school. Here you are, at the end of your journey at W.G. Murdoch School, and moving forward into the future to go in many different directions. Though I know many of you are eager to end this part of your journey and move toward the next challenge, don't forget to pause, celebrate the moment, and take the time to connect with your classmates as you are able over the next days and weeks. The friendships created in a community like Crossfield can be lifelong, so treasure and continue to develop them, and when you do move on to what comes next, you can rely on those connections for strength in challenging times. There will be many times in the coming years when you reflect on this key point in your life. You've likely heard adults in your life reminisce about their high school days. So in the spirit of Las Vegas, do what you can to enjoy the moment, as we are currently able to. Make plans with your friends, have the important conversations, speak your truth, because this time in your life will not come again. Las Vegas is built on the belief in luck and making it big. While I believe I've been very lucky in my life, I also believe that luck comes from building the connections or the conditions to make it happen. To put it simply, a person can't find a four-leaf clover if they're not looking in a clover patch. So how does one create the opportunity for good fortune in their own life? I think your class already holds many of the traits, but here are 3 ways I believe you can create the conditions for a life full of good fortune. Number 1, roll the dice. There are going to be times in your life where you don't know what the next logical step will be. In fact, you might be at that spot right now as your grade 12 year comes to an end. It's essential to be willing to look toward new areas that you may not have expected as opportunities. Try new things, grow, learn, and do the things you're uncomfortable with until you figure out those things that truly connect with you. It's a great time in your life to experience and experiment with short-term jobs that might not be in your overall future plans, but will develop skills you may draw on later in life when you do find your direction. Often people consider rolling the dice to be about risk, but Vegas is built on the fact that rolling the dice enough times makes the odds even out. If you try enough things, you're bound to learn what is most important to you over time. Number 2, know your cards. As you've gone through your schooling, you've worked hard and learned where your strengths are and where you struggle. We all have a different skill set, and it's important that you reflect on your strengths and use them to your advantage as you move forward in life. As any good poker player must place bets based on the cards in their hand, you will need to use your knowledge and your abilities to achieve your goals. So, know your cards. Highlight those strengths and do your best to develop areas you need to grow. If you keep building your hand over time, eventually you'll end up with a great one. Number 3, get away from the table. As you move forward into post-secondary learning, a steady job, or whatever else you're planning, there will be pressure to always do more. If you are passionate about your work, it can be tempting to let it consume you. However, it's also important to step away from your work from time to time, to connect with others and explore other interests. By creating balance in your life, you can ensure you're your best for the work that you do need to do. So, to Alex, Alyssa, Ezra, Kiara, Harley, Aaliyah, Ada, Bailey, Zane, Desiree, Cassandra, Reed, April, Tristan, Boyd, Caitlin, Ashley, Daytona, Kiara, Aiden, Sage, Jared, Tyler, Wyatt, Bailey, Dylan, Reese, Lee, Daniel, Cole, Kyle, Braden, Mateo, Sam, Jade, Kirsten, Harrison, Kendra, Justin, Kaylee, Charlene, Zoe, Denim, and Kyra. Thank you for your contributions to WG Murdoch School and your community. We will miss you in the school, but know you are off to a bright and shining future. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Alexis, Alberta. Alexis hopes to take business course and some photography courses to hopefully start up a career in photography. Alexis is a driven student who has shown immense growth and success since starting at WG Murdoch. She is a gifted artist and self-directed learner who is highly focused on her goals. Alyssa Altawell. Alyssa has been accepted into the University of Lethbridge to study psychology. Alyssa has an effervescent personality and brings great energy to the room. Her generous spirit has benefited her friends and her school culture immensely. She is supportive of others and dedicated to her friends. Congratulations, Alyssa. Ezra Bernico. Ezra is taking a year off to explore his options before deciding on his next steps. Ezra makes exceptional use of his time for learning and a highly respectful, dedicated student in the school. He is a hard worker and has shown strong commitment to improvement through his time at WG Murdoch. Congratulations, Ezra. Kira Bevlander. Kira plans to attend the University of Alberta, working toward a degree in psychology and sociology. Kira is a strong competitor in anything she attempts. She is dedicated to her studies and highly compassionate toward others. Her inclusive nature has been supportive of many others in the school and added to our school culture. Congratulations, Kira. Aaliyah Burinsky. Aaliyah plans to work in the coming year following graduation. Aaliyah has a calm and reserved nature, maintaining strong connections with others in the school. Her kindness and commitment to completion of her high school programming have been great to see during her time at W.G. Murdoch. Congratulations, Aaliyah. Ada Brennan. Ada Brennan has been accepted into the Vancouver Film School with plans to study animation concept art. Ada was always recognizable around the school, from wearing their press hat and taking pictures for yearbook in middle school to creating awesome Halloween costumes that block doorways and hallways. It has been an honor to see Ada grow into the awesome person they are today. Congratulations, Ada. Harley Boyko. Harley plans to join the workforce upon graduation, then pursue a career in the trades. Harley has been a kind and respectful presence in the school with calm, contemplative personality. He accepts feedback well on his work and has shown success in the school. Congratulations, Harley. Bailey Clayton. Bailey will be attending the U of C for a combined degree in Global Development Studies and Education. Bailey has been a leader in her graduating class with a strong work ethic, a deep care for those around her. Bailey is driven, goal-oriented, and will surely see great success in her future endeavors. Congratulations, Bailey. Zane Eckling. Zane is currently working for Modus and plans to continue on after graduation. Zane has worked with perseverance and heart over the years, and he was always pleasant and polite. His sense of humor and joyful nature have been appreciated by others in and around our school community, particularly his teachers who have enjoyed his teasing about their hockey preferences. Desiree Fox. Desiree has been accepted into SAIT into the dental hygienist or assistant program. Des will be remembered for all her hard work in the shop. She has demonstrated great leadership and strong relationships in the school. Congratulations, Desiree. Reed Gustafson. Reed plans on working in Kelowna over the coming year. Reed has grown into a reliable, confident, and dependable young man. He leads by example with a great sense of humor. We have all enjoyed watching Reed develop into a well-rounded athlete, showing leadership in sport. Congratulations, Reed. April Hawks. April will be taking a year off to upgrade, then she plans to go to Olds to pursue the veterinary tech program. April has been an excellent student, worked hard in her courses, and shown great dedication to learning. Good luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations, April. Tristan Hayes. Tristan plans to take a year to work before starting a mechanics program at SAIT. Tristan has been a cool, calm, and collected member of our school community, who has shown great servant leadership in the school and always willing to lend a hand. He's been a great mentor for other students and has a fantastic sense of humor. Congratulations, Tristan. Boyd Hum. Boyd is planning to work for a year before looking into the Lethbridge College Conservation Program. Paired with his great sense of humor, Boyd has a great wit and light-hearted nature that makes him a pleasure to be around. He has matured greatly over the years and is a highly respectful student in the school. Congratulations, Boyd. Caitlin Hum. Caitlin plans to pursue a combined degree in music and psychology at the University of Lethbridge. Caitlin has a passion for music and shows a positive, giving attitude in the school. She is a dedicated learner and strives for success. Congratulations, Caitlin. Ashley Itzma. Ashley is planning to attend Olds College for an animal health technology program. A highly respectful student in the school, Ashley is highly dedicated to her learning and inclusive of others in her school community. She's open-minded and looks for the good in others. Congratulations, Ashley. Daytona Jerry. Daytona wants to use her artistic skills to work in theatrical makeup and social media marketing. As highlighted in her future goals, Daytona is highly artistic and driven in areas she is interested in. She has shown an aptitude for visual expression and composition in her courses and is very focused on the upcoming changes in her life. Congratulations, Daytona. Kiara Jerry. Kiara plans to expand her skills in the baking industry in the coming year. Art is an ongoing area of focus and passion for Kiara, with baking being a newer area of focus. Kiara has been building her connections with others and has worked hard in the past months towards completion of her courses. She is excited for the upcoming changes graduation will bring. Congratulations, Kiara. Aidan Kiernan. Aidan will be entering the Agriculture Technonomy Diploma program at Olds College next year. Aidan is a bright student who positively impacts those around him. He is receptive to feedback and uses it for self-improvement and growth. He has been an exceptionally responsible and outgoing member of our school community. Congratulations, Aidan. Sage Lanzer. Sage plans on working while starting a funeral services diploma at Mount Royal University. A hard-working student constantly in pursuit of his goals, Sage is an extremely creative and artistic member of our school community. In addition, Sage is highly respectful, inclusive, and compassionate to those around him. Congratulations, Sage. Jake Laroche Duguay. Jake plans to take a year off to work and upgrade his courses so that he can pursue a degree in mechanical engineering at SAIT. Jake maintains a wonderful friendships and connection in the school. He is funny, has a great wit, and enjoys life to its fullest. He also actively pursues his goals and can be highly driven. Congratulations, Jake. Raina Lawless. Raina will be attending the University of Saskatchewan for a Bachelor of Animal Science. Raina has been a giving, sports and agriculturally minded student who makes a huge impact on others. We truly believe she is headed for great things. Congratulations, Raina. Kylie Ann McLeod. Kylie Ann has been accepted to take combined science degree at the University of Lethbridge. Kylie Ann has worked hard to be successful in her courses and was an integral part of the dance program. She was a leader in helping others with choreography and teaching. She is passionate and dedicated and brought a spark of energy to any class she was in. Jared McMain. Jared will be attending the Texas Firefighting Academy in the coming year. As a student, always willing to step in and help around the school. Jared is a highly valued member of our community. He has a growth mindset and has been able to overcome adversity to reach his goals. He has a great self-perception and does what is needed to succeed. Congratulations, Jared. Tyler Payne. Tyler is planning to pursue an auto body program at SAIT in the coming year. One of Tyler's defining traits is that he is an exceptional musician. He also has a respectful and kind attitude and the drive to complete the tasks he sets out to. Tyler has been a great all-around member of our school community. Congratulations, Tyler. Bailey Peugeot. Bailey plans to work once school is finished, then get into electrician training. Bailey has been an amazing support to many in the school community. With a calm, quiet strength while he completes any task he is given to a high standard. He is a kind and focused student who has grown immensely in his time at W.G. Murdoch. Congratulations, Bailey. Dylan Power. Dylan plans on working for the upcoming year as he considers his next steps. Dylan has always maintained a strong presence in the school and deep connections with his friends. He has a keen sense of self, good sense of humor, and has shown himself to be a natural athlete. Congratulations, Dylan. Reese Kwong. Reese will be pursuing an anthropology and geology degree from the University of Lethbridge. While she is very laid back and relaxed by nature, Reese has an incredible sense of humor and a strong drive to do well in anything she attempts. She's a great addition to any classroom and has a great energy. Congratulations, Reese. Lee Darwin Resurrection. Lee is currently pursuing programs related to his interests in aircraft technology and civil engineering. Lee shows a strong dedication to completing any task to the best of his ability. He is a diligent student who takes time to understand concepts he is learning. He is also an exemplary student, showing respect and kindness to others in the school. Congratulations, Lee. Daniel Resnon. Daniel is hoping to attain a position teaching English in Japan. Daniel is known in the school as an extremely bright and engaged student who is intrinsically motivated, able to take on any academic task given to him. He has a wonderful sense of humor and has a gift for engaging conversation. Congratulations, Daniel. Cole Rogers. Cole has been accepted to Red Deer College to pursue a degree in education. One of Cole's best traits is his willingness to support others in the school. He exemplifies servant leadership. He is friendly and witty with a naturally quiet nature, which he displays through his respectful and kind interactions in the school. Congratulations, Cole. Kyle Shoemaker. Kyle will be playing hockey next year in BC with the Columbia Valley Junior program. As shown in his plans for next year, Kyle is an exceptional athlete who loves to compete. However, he is also a strong academic student who has shown remarkable success in his studies. He is also a student who is willing to pitch in and lend a hand to help others. Congratulations, Kyle. Braden Simpson. Braden is apprenticing to be a heavy-duty agricultural mechanic in Olds. Braden has shown himself to be a hard worker over the years, striving to be the best he can be, all with a sense of humor. We wish you all the best. Congratulations, Braden. Mateo Solicito. Mateo plans to take a year to work at his automotive job, then is hoping to land an apprenticeship in the field. He will then work to be certified as a journeyman and go back to school with a business major. Mateo is a highly respectful student in the school who is always looking for ways to help others out. We see Mateo wise beyond his years with a keen sense of self, traits that will serve him well in the future. Congratulations, Mateo. Samuel Spetta. Sam will be attending the University of Lethbridge next year in a Bachelor of Arts in Science program. Sam has shown consistent growth and improvement as a student over his time at W.G. Murdoch. He perseveres in the face of adversity and has shown himself to be a great friend to others in the school. He also has a great sense of humor that others in the school have enjoyed. Congratulations, Sam. Jade Stanford. Jade will be attending Carleton University in the upcoming year in Open Studies. Jade has an excellent positive attitude that is contagious to those around her. She is driven, highly empathetic, and inclusive of others. As our class valedictorian, she also has shown an exceptional level of achievement in her high school career. Congratulations, Jade. Kirsten Tremere. Kirsten will be attending the University of Calgary next year, pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Kirsten has shown herself to be highly focused on personal growth, both personally and academically. She is an excellent writer, critical thinker, and has shown great skill across academic disciplines. Congratulations, Kirsten. Harrison Tuan Liu. Harrison is planning to travel next year to hopefully Japan and Switzerland and to ski in Whistler and eventually go back to school to pursue post-secondary. Harrison is a friendly student with an enthusiastic sense of humor. His connections with friends are positive and he has a very giving nature with his peers. Staff have appreciated his great interpersonal skills, brightening others' days. Congratulations, Harrison. Kendra Vaughn. Kendra is planning to upgrade next year to pursue her goal of becoming an X-ray technician. Kendra is a quiet leader in the school, willing to support others and focus on completing her learning at a high standard. She is motivated and diligent, hard-working student who has been a valued member of our school. Congratulations, Kendra. Justin Waller. Justin is planning to spend his summer working on the food truck and upgrading his classes. He is going to start looking into post-secondary programs after working. Justin has shown himself to be accepting and a positive member of a school community with a diverse set of interests. He makes an impact on others and provides a unique perspective to discussions. Congratulations, Justin. Kaylee White. Kaylee has shown herself to be a capable student with thoughtful perspectives. Her empathy toward others and loyalty to her friends are well known in the school. Kaylee also has a passion and aptitude for dance, which has enhanced our dance program and performances in the school. Congratulations, Kaylee. Charlene Whitaker. Charlene plans to take a year off before enrolling in a sonography program at SAIT. Charlene has an easygoing nature and is confident enough to speak up for what is important to her. She is a deeply connected member of our school community and has a great laugh. We are sure these traits will serve her well in the future. Congratulations, Charlene. Zoe Williams. Zoe plans to investigate small motors mechanics programs to further her interest in this area. Zoe is the type of student who lights up a room. She is creative and artistic, with many in the school enjoying her artistic works. A quiet student, Zoe exudes a calm positivity and maintains friendly connections with those around her. Congratulations, Zoe. Denham Wolf. Denham is hoping to go up north to work in the rigs and eventually make it as a rig manager. Denham is a positive student with deep friendships and has great connections with others. He is willing to support others and help when he has the opportunity. He has shown great growth in his CTS courses, so his future plans are a great fit. Congratulations, Denham. Kyra Wright. Kyra will be taking a year off to explore options. She's hoping to upgrade and apply for post-secondary. Kyra shows kindness around the school and brightens others' days. She has a great energy and has worked hard to reach her goals. Congratulations, Kyra. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2021. Through her 7 years at WG Murdoch, she has proven to be an exceptional student, dedicated learner, as well as showing great leadership in the building and a positive, caring attitude. Ms. Jade Stanford, the valedictorian of the class of 2021, will deliver her address.
Hello, graduating class of 2021. I'm here as your valedictorian, giving you a speech I wish I was doing in person, but here we are. I hope you can watch this and take time to heed my message. I'm not going to stand here and say that this year has been great, or that I'll look back at this year and only see the good. It's impossible to look at our year without looking at COVID, because it's in every detail, and that's upsetting. But even though this year has been sparse on the good side of things, I thought we should take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Our graduating year has changed many things, but more than just our time in grade 12 has changed our lives. We've done 7 years at WGM, and maybe they were more important than we thought. Once upon a time, in 2014, we were grade 6s, entering the big school. We were excited to get lockers, scared to walk the halls with those grade 12s who were twice as tall as we were, and amazed that we could eat in that old lunchroom with the fold-up benches. The grad versus teacher games were some of our favorite events. We would cheer as loudly as we could, and we couldn't wait till it was our turn, when we would get to play in the baseball game or the basketball game. And the teachers wouldn't even stand a chance against us, is what we would always say. It's easy to feel sad or bitter about these experiences because we didn't get them like the grads before us did. We watched 6 classes before us graduate, and we waited for 6 years to be those grads. Now we are. And while this whole year has been anticlimactic, I've realized something. Graduating isn't about being in grade 12. Just because we lost our grade 12 year to a pandemic doesn't mean we lost our graduation. Our graduation isn't an event or even something tangible. It's more like a continuing path of growth, of discovery, of knowledge. Why do we go to school? Ask any student and they'll say to graduate. You could call graduation a goal then, but it's not really, because every student will leave the school at one point or another. Graduation isn't something physical then. It's better defined as a path, one that we started when we walked into the building as grade 6s. Every grade will start this path, and every grade will finish it together, regardless of challenges, fights, or a pandemic. Our graduation isn't what lies at the end of this path. It's the collective change that encompasses our entire high school lives. It's so much more than receiving a diploma. It's about the change we went through, the knowledge we learned, and the experiences that made up our teenage lives. One of the grads recently reminded me of something we used to do in middle school. Does anyone else remember the Halloween parades or the cakewalks from back then? We were so excited for those events, and when our grade was called, we'd rush into the center, eager, but then we'd freeze. Everyone would gather together in a tight circle, huddled around, because we were terrified. Flash forward to grade 12, or for better reference, 10 or 11, when we were the ones emceeing the events, or when we were wearing those costumes such as this year's Halloween cheerleading outfits, and we would participate without fear of what others thought. So what changed? How did we go from being timid little middle schoolers to grade 12s who didn't care so much about what the rest of the school thought? It's not confidence, because singing obnoxious karaoke at Christmas and cheering back when we hear another class clapping isn't something we really do outside of school. What changed was us. And yes, we changed individually, from our outfits to our interests to our aspirations, but more importantly, We changed as a group. We went through all of those years together, and that has removed our fear. Our graduation enables us to face the future. There are benefits to attending a small school, I suppose. Almost all of us have been here since grade 6, and some of us, like me, have been here since preschool. New people moved here and we adopted them into this cross-field culture, if you could call it that. We've seen each other through the majority of our lives, and we've evolved as a group. People always talk about how you change in high school, but they fail to mention that this change is not singular. We no longer fear to act ridiculously in the hallways. We can speak to each other normally, even if we haven't talked since grade 8. We've been changing as a group since we were 11, and a pandemic hasn't stopped us. Even though we aren't all best friends, or even civil with each other, there's a mutual understanding between us, a connection born through this change, this ongoing graduation over these years. This pandemic has taken a toll on us. I wanted to include some stories from our grade 12 year, but we don't have any. We've been divided into cohorts, restricted from leaving our houses, and sent online time and time again. And this can be frustrating, and I know as a grad class, we've been frustrated. It doesn't feel like the big milestone we all imagined. But we haven't lost all that we've thought we've lost. This pandemic may have rerouted us, but we're still moving forward like before. Our graduation is still happening, even though we all walk the stage separately at 10-minute intervals. Years of our lives have passed, and now, at the very end, a pandemic can't erase that. Our graduation isn't something anyone or anything can take away from us. The future is scary, but I don't want a single one of us to hesitate. After losing our clubs, our parties, our sports teams, and so much more, we should take every opportunity in front of us. At the end of the pandemic will be our chance to not only do the things we've been missing, but take advantage of all the new paths that have opened up to us. Past grad classes have been scared to graduate, but don't you dare hold yourself back. You know how it feels like to lose everything, so strive to fill your life with everything you've lost and so much more. Accept the changes from high school and use them for your new path. Don't let change define you. Let it ignite you. We walk this path of change together, our graduation, and now our paths will split. While these restrictions continue and this pandemic persists, take this opportunity to think about how the person you will become, as cliche as it is. I've told you how we changed as a grad class. So, who will you be in this next stretch of your life? Whoever you will be, I invite you to accept the change in your graduation and then step away. Don't hold resentment in your heart for how this year turned out. Our graduation still happened, and we lived out every one of those 7 years. So, grad class of 2021, should I say it? We graduated. What do we do now? We start a revolution. Thank you.
Thank you all for watching the video and celebrating our grads. We wish them much success in their future endeavors, whether they're attending post-secondary, entering the workforce, or traveling the world. The staff at WG Murdoch will miss you, and don't forget to visit when you can. Thank you.